everyone, it's Josiah from Journey with Josiah. Today I'm in Vienna Airport here in Austria, and I'm going to be flying on board Austria's national airline, Austrian Airlines, for a short economy class flight up to Kyiv, Ukraine. I just got off a long-haul flight from the United States. The transferring experience here in Vienna is very good and much better than Frankfurt. The airport's small and you don't have to walk very far. Today's flight is on board this Embraer 195. It's 9 years old and was originally delivered to Lufthansa CityLine in 2012. Austrian just retired their Q400 turboprop aircraft this summer, so now the Embraer 195s are the smallest aircraft in their fleet. On board there's 120 seats in a 2-2 configuration. Business class on this flight was made up of 3 rows with the net seat blocked. Back behind is economy class, and you can see the overhead bins are a little bit small, but unless the flight is packed, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Today I'm in seat 7F. You can choose your seat online for free during check-in, which is really nice. Each seat has a literature holder, a sturdy tray table, and a seat back pocket. The legroom is 31 inches of pitch, which is very nice for a short-haul plane, and you can recline. But as you can see, the recline really doesn't go that far back and doesn't make that big of a difference. The seats would be perfectly fine if it wasn't for the padding, but unfortunately it's very hard and pretty uncomfortable. I found much better padding on low-cost airlines. In the seat back pocket, I found both a safety card and an in-flight menu. Austrian's no longer providing free food to economy class passengers, which is kind of sad for a full-service airline. The food is kind of limited and expensive, but I think this is to be expected considering the fact that this is their first month even doing this, but I do think it should be expanded in the future. You'll also find an air sickness bag. During boarding, I was given a disinfection wipe, which is nice for my hands or for my seat. Finally, in the overhead panel, you'll find air nozzles and a reading light.
Once again, a wonderful good afternoon. Welcome aboard, ladies. Germany's flight to Kyiv. My name is Christian, so together with my 3 colleagues, I'm looking forward to flying with you today. The flight time to Kyiv this afternoon, 1 hour and 40 minutes. Do you have any questions? Is there anything you need? Just contact one of us. The 4 of us will be very pleased to help you. Wish you a pleasant flight.
Today's flight takes us 1,071 kilometers east over a 1 hour and 40 minute flight duration. After takeoff, the crew came and efficiently sold the buy onboard food to any passengers who wanted it. The good thing is that still water is still free and I was able to get it upon request. Like all of Austrian's other Embraer 195s, this aircraft is not equipped with Wi-Fi, but Austrian does have it on their Airbus A320s. There is 1 lavatory available for economy class passengers and it's in the back of the plane. I found it to be clean and well stocked with toilet paper, paper towels, and tissues. Right before landing, the crew gave each passenger a piece of chocolate, which is a very nice gesture. While we are descending over the fields of Ukraine, I will explain my thoughts on Austrian Airlines' Embraer 195 economy class. Overall, Austrian did not meet my expectations for an airline that is not a low-cost one. But please don't get me wrong, I was really impressed with my long-haul transatlantic flight with them. You'll see that video out soon. But when it comes to European flights, I'm just not. The seats do have very good legroom and do have a modern design, but the padding and bad recline makes them uncomfortable. They're still survivable for short flights, but I would aim to fly on flights operated by any other of Austrian's aircraft. The buy-on-board service is expensive and not really fitting for a non-low-cost airline. I do really want to try the schnitzel in a future flight though. The Austrian still gives a nice experience in some ways. I found the crew members to be very attentive and kind, and the chocolate at the end is a very nice touch. Austrian also gives a very Austrian feeling to their flights, with different finishes on the seats, curtains, and overall cabin design. They also play really nice classical music during boarding and deboarding. So overall, my advice is this. If you're flying this flight without a long-haul connection, I would recommend going with another airline if that other airline is cheaper. For example, Vienna to Kyiv route is also operated by both Wizz Air and Ryanair, and I would probably take them next time because they have cheaper prices and pretty much the same service. But if you're like me and you're getting off or onto a long-haul Austrian flight, it is worth it. I didn't face any problems on this trip, and Austrian provided a very professional experience overall. Welcome to my home of Kyiv. This is sadly the end of this month's review. Thank you so very much for watching. My channel has really been growing recently, thanks to you. Check out my Instagram account to watch my journeys live and for sneak peeks for future videos. It is at Journeying with Josiah and is in this video's description. I'll see you all in October. This is Journeying with Josiah. Take care and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kyiv. It's now 8 minutes past 3 o'clock PM local time. Unfortunately, we'll end a bit more than 10 minutes later. Nevertheless, I hope you could enjoy your stay on board this afternoon. Your safety is important, so we kindly ask you to keep your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign has been switched off.